Good morning. My name's Gaut and I'm here from the Silhouette Awards team, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined this very sunny morning in the UK with Siddharth, one of this year's Silhouette Awards mentors, and Massimiliano, who we shall call Max from here on in, one of our winning mentees from this year. So let me start with you, Max. What were your mentorship goals when you were actually first initially applying to the Silhouette Awards programme?
Well, it was a very nice jump into the unknown because I come from the art world mostly. So light design always piqued my interest because my medium is light, but it's a completely different industry. It works with different rules, and there was no way to me to know how to talk about it and to talk with. So applying was a nice way to put a fit in and see what this world is. And during the mentorship, they confirmed that it's definitely what happened, because by talking with Siddharth, I learned so many things about what I imagined that would be in that way. But until you have somebody that work on that and confirm it, you never know. So my guessing came all down to a structure. And now I know what I can do, what I need to improve, and what not to dialogue and to end if I want to enter in this part of buildings and more technical part of the lighting design.
Brilliant. So I was going to ask you, actually, from your initial mentorship goals that you put forward, how have these kind of evolved and progressed as you've been through the process? I mean, I have to say you're exceptionally lucky to be working with Siddharth, because he's got a very infectious energy, which as well as heaps of expertise, so you're very lucky on that front. But how has that helped evolve and shape your journey and your goals?
The thing is, we talk about many subjects that are tangent and satellites, the lighting design. So it was about the industry, the culture, the spaces. So all of this information that I had from Siddharth about different questions that I had, because sometimes it was just, I have a question, can I ask it? And say, of course. And he answered very, very well. During this journey through different topics, I managed to have an idea on structures and things where I can be involved with. So this was the key part for me to understand if I wanted to enter this part of this industry or not. And in case of yes, which would be the best way, what material did I need to create, what spaces were right for me, for my work. And I have to say it's completely different from what I imagined. So that's the point, the starting point and the ending point are very different. So that was a sign. To me, it's a sign that even we haven't really talked about lighting, especially, but this sign that from start and the end is different point. This made me think that we did the right questions, we did the right path to somewhere, and we'll see where it goes.
Brilliant. Well, it sounds like it's been a really rewarding and epic journey for you, Max. And actually, Siddharth, we get told by a lot of mentors, it's actually a two-way process. So I guess a really obvious question is to ask, what have you learned as a mentor of the Silhouette Awards programme and your collaboration with Max?
Most certainly it's a two-way street. There is absolutely no doubt about it. And when we first started, when I first got to know that I'm going to be mentoring Max, I was a bit nervous, to be very honest with you, because I haven't got the experience that is directly linked to his domain, which is artistic lighting. So I come from a very sound background of sort of architectural lighting and thinking about light with within a space with real constraints and real life challenges, and not so much as poetic as artistic lighting is. So that has been a huge learning experience for me, is in that how two different individuals and two different designers like Max and myself think about the exact same subject, which is light. And how different the thought process can be, and that has been brilliant, because that's exactly the whole point of getting on this journey, is that both of us have kind of fed off each other's ideas, thoughts, and energies, and I think that's been brilliant.
Well, it sounds great. I think you can definitely pick things up from different people when you're working together, and I'm pleased that that journey's worked so well. So it's a bit of $1 million question that we throw out there every year, and that's basically, how would you describe your mentorship journey in 3 words? And we always think this is a real challenge because there's a huge journey really, and kind of evolutional process to kind of condense into 3 words. But do you want to give it a go, Max?
Yes, I'd say dialogue, culture, and future.
Brilliant. And yourself, Siddharth?
Mine would be illuminate, educate, and elevate.
I love that. It's certainly got a ring to it for sure. And brilliant. Just before we say goodbye, of course, we're going to be opening up for the next programme of the Silhouette Awards. And having lived and breathed it for the past 6 months, it would be great to hear from you both what words of advice you would give to people that are considering applying to be involved. So to yourself first, Siddharth, what advice would you give to people looking to be a mentor in the next programme?
I think for people that are willing to be a mentor in the next program, they should definitely be very excited about this journey. And I know that excited is a very, very cliched word, but the idea is really here is that there is a lot to be learned from from this process, and also for mentors who are just so caught up in their daily work, projects, design, deadlines, and such. And this is really something that comes out like a, almost like a breath of fresh air, and it really kind of help you realign your priorities and your ideas about the subject of life, which I think is the most important takeaway.
That's brilliant, and that's great to hear. Great words of wisdom there. Thank you. And finally, yourself, Max. If anybody's sitting on the fence and thinking, should I be entering myself and putting myself forward to be a mentee for the next program? What do you think? What are your words of advice?
The most difficult part is the first video you have to record and present yourself. Then the rest is very easy. So I'd say don't worry about the after. Just put the video together with being natural, and then everything comes out nice. But don't be scared of that video, because I was, and in the end, it was not much. It was just me talking to myself. So don't be. The big answer for your question is, don't be afraid to record yourself by talking.
Definitely not. Don't be afraid. I think authenticity always shines through for sure, and it certainly has in this instance. Look, I appreciate you're both super busy people, and I just want to thank you on behalf of the entire Silhouette Awards team. Thank you so much for your time this morning to be able to talk through and really dig a bit deeper into your mentorship journey. Thank you both very much, and we wish you both the very best of luck moving forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.